feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping, but you couldn't have...
Welcome back, my film fanatic friends. I am Alora Bell. I don't know why I did that. I felt like being dramatic. But I've got another episode of Reaction for Your Distraction. Told it's not a trailer, so we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited, and let's hop right into it. And no need to delay. Ooh, animated car. Slow-mo dude in jacket.
There's a man in the woods.
Okay, that's creepy.
What a spectacle. Before the story started, this school was still respectable. My students used to skip down the hill to the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill. Except one obnoxious kid, Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed and scowled because he couldn't bear to share his sweet treats throughout our recess hour. I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods."
Oh my gosh.
That's how the rumors began. Of course, Sid had spotted him first. The poor kids. He got him immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril. A visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse, waiting just beyond the dale. The children saw him everywhere. "Look, over there. That man had Batman ears. We swear. And crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh." Trust me, every word I heard was absurd.
This is
Yet
scary.
each day, Sid would stray down way past the playground. Who else was brave enough to save us from the killer's next plot? The rest of the lot would stop back at the blacktop, sure that any closer they were bound to be found deep in the woods, left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think and learn to be mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear was undeterred, and when the buses drove them all home,
What a crap
the parents
kid.
finally heard.
Unless he was being honest.
Everything just blew up. I received a wall of emails and calls full of shrieks, wails, and all
Sounds
from
about right.
terrified families who'd heard word of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action at all. What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you?
Well, he's a teacher.
That means I
He's
didn't
not
care?
even, like, the
That's not fair. The
principal.
stories that were you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib, so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could never cook up such incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie.
Teachers
How
were
dare
bad.
I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when the PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Like they knew what was best for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines?
him.
Single file lines. Little
Yeah,
vile swine.
yeah,
A killer
he's
by the
being
pine.
crazy.
Really? Are you
He's got
blind?
yellow
Will you
eyes
find your
from the
spine?
cocaine.
Sid, a child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me like I'm committing crimes. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid?
Ha!
There's a man in the woods.
Yeah, and it's you. You like how I called that? Wow, that was pretty intense. That was really good. Interesting. I liked that. I liked the literature behind it. I thought that that was very good. I think that the expression from the voice actor was very good. I think that the animation was good. I think that the story in and of itself was very well told, because it starts out at the beginning like this teacher is frustrated that this kid is mad at him, but then you very slowly but also very quickly, because it's a short, see him become the one who's kind of overtaken with the madness, and that was a very interesting spectacle to see. I thought it was very well done. I was a little surprised at first because I felt like the animation of the old man didn't match the youth in the voice that was covering him, but you know, when you're far enough into the story, I wasn't paying that much attention to it anymore, and it just all blended really well together. I was expecting, based on the animation of that man, for it to be like kind of like a old sort of like deep, like grumbly voice, I guess you could say. But yeah, I liked that it was like a poem. I liked the timing of it. The timing was really good. The music, the scoring, everything about that was very well done. I'm a little surprised at how well I seem to enjoy it. The concept itself is obviously a little freaky, but that's fine. I enjoy a good like drama every now and then. I mean, yeah. And I think I'd watch it again just to get more of an objective approach on it and understand more of the storytelling aspect, but it was overall very well done, and there is indeed a man in the woods. Are there any other short films, any other animated shorts that are online that you guys want me to react to? Let me know in the comments below, and I would be happy to do that for you guys, and we will see you next time.